DeFoi, welcome back in here to News Junkies. We're visiting with the very lovely Michele Wilson. And as always, she's got some great things to share. And Michele, welcome in here.
Thank you so much, Bill.
We have a great program lined up for us, and we're going to be talking about 6 key power principles to live by. All right, so the question begs itself, Michele, what is number 1 on these 6 principles?
And the reason why I chose this topic today, the 6 principles, because last time we met, we talked about, really earning some extra income during the holidays.
Right, and we are in that holiday period right now. In fact, even as we tape, this is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so mark your calendars.
So principle number 1 is actually, there's 2 types of incomes, and the first type is residual. So you want to make sure when you're looking for a new type of business, a network marketing business, you want to make sure it has residual income, which means that you do the work one time and you get paid over and over and over. It's kind of like royalties. So for example, I've been with my business for 6 years and I'm still getting paid for the services I marketed over 6 years ago. So you want to make sure that that type of company, that the network marketing company you choose to make that extra income has the residual income factor, that principle.
In the business that I'm in, which has been communication for the last umpteen thousand years, ever since Fred Flintstone roamed the face of the earth. We do in this business a lot of commercial production, voiceovers, and maybe even act in a commercial. And every time that commercial gets played, to your point, you get a little check. And so that's what you're saying here. It's like somebody selling insurance. They get, a monthly commission if that person stays with them and is still insured with them.
You're absolutely right. And, I call it my retirement money, actually, because I could stop working and I'm actually still getting paid. So that's why I say it's really a principle you want to live by. You want to do something that has residual income attached to it.
Wonderful. Now, principle number 2.
So now we're going to talk about leverage income. So let's take, for example, your retail companies, they have employees, and the big corporations, you have like your CEO and then you have your employees, and then they have distribution centers all over. And so that's really leverage income. I always say people, when they come into my business, they say they don't like sales. And I said, you know what? One of my mentors told me that if you are not doing sales, you're in support of sales. I mean, our world is dedicated or works around sales and, selling products and services. So with leverage income and the network marketing company is basically, we're kind of like our independent associates, like an insurance broker or a real estate broker, and then you have other people who are working for you in the network marketing. It's called your downline. And really it's about they love the service. They're out there marketing, creating their business. However, you're getting that override income. You're getting a little bit to help them, coach them, and so forth. So it's called leverage income, and it's part of our American system, and it's so funny sometimes there's a misconception that with network marketing it's a pyramid scheme. I think you talked about that last time.
Exactly right.
But that's how our world works, is through leverage income. It just depends if you're being leveraged or you're leveraging someone else. So leverage income is just basically growing a team and being able to get paid. And once again, if I'm not working, my team is working because they have their goals and interests. So I get a little bit of their efforts by coaching and training them.
All right. So principle number 3.
So principle number 3 is systems. And I mentioned that before. Systems are really about the training. When you go with a network marketing company, you want to make sure they have systems in place to train you, especially if you've never been in business for yourself. So you want to make sure that you are able to get trained. And then you also want to make sure that the products and services have a great distribution center, or services that it just has a system. And, everyone, like I said, all corporations work throughout systems. So you just want to make sure it's a solid system.
And within that system, I would suspect that a lot has to do with the quality of the product or service that you're offering.
Absolutely. I mentioned last time in our show that, you want to make sure it's a rock solid company. So a company that's been around for decades, several years, definitely has systems in place.
So if a company says in its logo, fly-by-night operations, probably best to stay away.
Yes, you probably would want to stay away, and especially if you have something valuable that you need to get there by night and it doesn't happen, so yeah, definitely.
All right, principle number 4.
So it's called duplication, and in the network marketing arena, it's called duplication. So basically, with the systems in place, you want to be able to duplicate your efforts. So we're all doing the same thing, and you want to keep it really simple. That's what's great about network marketing. You don't necessarily have to go to school, have a college degree. It's something that's easily taught, and it can duplicate. In network marketing, we have different levels. So you want to make sure that, if I'm gonna say at the top, but when I'm working with my team, I want to be able to make sure that all the information is being duplicated, along the way. So that's what duplication. You want to make sure they have a great duplication.
And with those that are working underneath you or in that tier that you're working with, you want to make sure that they're perhaps doing as good of a job as you would do if you were dealing directly with their customers.
Absolutely. And one thing about network marketing, it's really a service that we use and we love as individuals, so it's easier to share, and that's why it's easy to duplicate, because you're really just talking about stories. It's not really, don't have to sell the product because I'm using it, I love it, and so you're sharing and it's duplicating. And yes, it's really important for especially the brand of the company. A lot of times you want to have a good image, and when you're working with a large group of people, you want to make sure it's easily duplicatable, because the company, it's their image and their integrity that's at stake.
The thought comes to mind, I like the idea of the KISS principle. KISS meaning keep it simple, stupid. Stupid is referring to myself, not that anybody else is stupid.
I also call it keep it simple, sweetheart, so I keep it on the sweet side.
I like that. I like that. I never heard that one before. All right, number 5.
So number 5 is personal development, and that's really key in the network marketing. When we come to network marketing, you're learning a different mindset, and it's not the skill, it's your mind knowing that you can do it. So it's really teaching others how to overcome their fears, and so that they can get on the path of success. So like my company, we have a book of the month every month, and so we're all reading the same book, and then we have training calls like every week where we get on conference calls and we're able to talk about the book of the month and share the different ideas. So personal development is really key in a good network marketing company.
Well, in this age of technology, I remember years ago, if you wanted to get anywhere and wanted to network with people, you would go to these conferences and you might have to fly somewhere, travel somewhere. And now with technology, you can do webinars and seminars right over the phone and video conferencing and all kinds of things where you don't have to leave really the comfort of your own home and be there in your PJs.
You're absolutely right. That's why they call it a home-based business, because you actually can use the internet to share your services, with the web links and videos and webinars. And that goes through keeping it simple and duplicating. We're not the messenger. We're just really taking people from not knowing to knowing, just, kind of the usher, showing them where to go to get the information. So, we want to know about our products and services, but we're really not the one who's giving the message. It's really what we call our tools that are doing, all that. And it keeps it the same. It keeps the integrity, and it just really works really well in network marketing.
All right, if I haven't lost count, principle number 6.
Number 6, and this is one of my favorites. It's called the law of association. When I started in the network marketing business, they said, the closest 5 people that you associate with, if they're broke, then it's a good chance that you're broke. So you want to make sure you're associating yourself with people who have the same mindset, if success and in the industry. And there's the old saying, the flocks together, birds that flock together stay together.
Right.
So really, it's law associations, and that's why it's important that the network marketing company that you choose has meetings or has conference calls or has a way to build the culture, so that you're training by successful people, and you're all just building a culture. I call it a family.
Well, with network marketing, what I'm hearing you say is develop multiple streams of revenue, that you're going to have revenue no matter what's going on in your own life. You got something else that you can latch onto, but at the same time, don't get comfortable with that. Develop more so that you can receive more.
Exactly. And really, the beauty of it is we are helping people not only with the products and services, but we're also changing lives because we're bettering people's lives income-wise. There's a statistic out there that, people are living from paycheck to paycheck, and if they only had $500 more coming into their household, it could save them from bankruptcy or even homelessness. So we are able to help families and individuals just improve their lifestyle.
Well, now you have written an ebook talking about these very principles. Talk about that ebook.
Well, the ebook, I think I mentioned to you, I kind of archived it and I'm going to bring it back out. But it's really about looking for the business opportunity. And for me, I say it's kind of like a plan B. I say if you have a full-time job, keep your full-time job. But I take you through a series of, your why, why you want to earn extra income, because it's not always about the money. It's really about lifestyle. For me, it's about my family. I want a better life. And then I talk about, just the type of companies, making sure that it's rock solid. And then I go to talk about, just really choices. It's kind of like a workbook, actually. And then at the end, just where to go to look for a company that will work best for you.
And you wrote this book, if I remember correctly, about 4 years ago.
Yes, you're correct. Actually, I wrote a series of books, ebooks, and really it's just a way of giving that information out to just people who just want a different look in life and change their lives. So I wrote them for those reasons. I wrote one was business opportunity, really like the plan B is another one. And because I remember when I was around 46, when I looked at my life and I said I wasn't happy with it, and what I did to really change it around to design the life that I wanted to live. And then another one is just really about protecting your family and just how, with all the different services so that, if something happens, God forbid, that your family is protected. So it was a series of ebooks that I wrote.
46? Yeah, you could have fooled me. I thought you were 27, but that's another story.
I am 27.
Oh, there you go. Well, I tell you what, we're at that point in the program where I'd like for you to give people your web address and your email and all the contact information, because if people are interested in reading this ebook, it will be some good and valuable information for them.
Absolutely. My phone number is 805-304-5088, or you can contact me by email. You can go to Michele, and that's Michele, at MicheleAWilsonInternational.com.
Wonderful. Michele, we're going to have you back after the Thanksgiving holiday and talk about what's going to happen in 2016.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful. I'm Bill DeFoi. You've been watching News Junkies, a production of the Heritage Media Group.